Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to share with you guys some of the DIY Easter crafts that I made to give my YouTube space even more of an Easter vibe this year. So for this first craft, I just started off by folding up a white piece of paper over and over again until it was all folded up. I then repeated what I did with another piece of white paper. This will be the base for our craft. The next step was to glue the two bits of folded paper together to make it one very long bit of folded up paper. Once it was all glued together, I wrapped a piece of wool around the center to secure it and to make it look like a bow tie. I then glued each edge together so that the entire thing came to be a circle of folded up white paper. Once the circle was complete, I cut off the excess wool and moved on to the next step, which was to create some ears because of course we're making a bunny. What says commercialized Easter better than a bunny? So anyway, once that was done, I created the inner ears, followed by gluing the inner ears to the outer ears. I then started creating our little guy some feet. So I started with the base for his feet, and then cut out the detailing that we were going to need, such as his toe beans. Once they were all cut out, I started gluing the pieces to where they needed to be. I then started creating the pieces for our little bunny's nose, a pink circle for the middle, and two white circles for the sides. I then glued the bunny's ears to the back of his head, followed by his little feet on his front. Once secured, I added the features of his nose. At this point, I realized that if I wanted to use googly eyes, I'd have to give them a base to sit on. So I quickly cut out two more white circles to stick the googly eyes onto before sticking them onto our bunny's little face. And there you have it. A really not so cute but still cute little bunny made completely out of paper. Moving on, this next craft needed a little bit more colour, so I went through my coloured paper stash and I chose a few colours that would complement one another. I then roughly cut out an egg shape from the purple paper before I traced around that onto the red paper to create my two paper egg bases. Now, I didn't have a clear idea of where I was going with the patterns on these eggs, I just kind of went with what I was doing, but it did work out. I created yellow and orange stripes for the red egg and figured I could alternate them, but have some red show through as well. Now, I did accidentally put glue on the entire red egg, so I did have to put some red paper on top as well to fix that, but it still turned out okay in the end. I just cut off the excess and then my first egg was complete. Kind of looks like a red fire dragon egg to me. So for the purple egg, I chose pink and blue to go with that one. I didn't want to do stripes again, so I ended up roughly cutting out some weird zigzag shape to place onto that egg. Luckily, I remembered not to put the glue all over the entire egg this time, so instead I just glued the pieces that I was sticking to the egg. And there you have it, I have my two eggs completed. Now, they're going to need stands to, stand on. So I grabbed my green paper, cut some blades of grass out and glued the ends together to create two grass stands for our eggs to sit on. Next up, we get to paint some toilet paper rolls. Also, shout out to my friends who have been giving me all their empty toilet paper rolls for these videos. I literally love you all so much. Anyway, I started out by squishing the toilet paper rolls down so that I could trace out a rough shape of what I was aiming to create, which is a couple of bunnies once again. And once I had a shape, I cut the first toilet paper roll, followed by tracing the template onto the next one and cutting out that one to shape as well. I then prepared the colours I was wanting to make my little bunnies. I chose pink and blue because they matched the sleeves of the jumper that I was wearing. I painted both of the bunnies with their first coat of paint and set them aside to dry. Whilst they were drying, I started getting the rest of the body parts ready. I chose two different sets of googly eyes, cut out two little pink bunny noses, some white inner ear pieces, and some little feet for our little guys. I then gave the bunnies their second coat of paint and set them aside for a few minutes. I didn't let them dry completely, and I know that I should have, but I was impatient, and generally people learn from their mistakes, but not me. Anyway, so since I broke my PVA glue bottle earlier in the video, way too much glue came out of it. I did end up making use of it although, so no stress. So I stuck some cotton balls onto their tails, followed by using the excess glue that fell out onto the paper to start sticking on their features. So we eventually got there in the end, and I definitely didn't let the paint dry enough before I started trying to draw on their eyelashes and their mouths, but you get what I was trying to achieve. This craft took the longest of the 3 in this video, but I hope that you enjoyed them all just the same. So stay tuned if you'd like to see more crafts like this, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And while you're there, why not click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on my channel next. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time. Bye guys!